Shifting now to the latest from the Biden administration. Today, the president met with a group of Republican senators to discuss a coronavirus relief package.
Those 10 senators are hoping that the president will agree to a scaled-back plan, but the proposal already eliciting some mixed reaction from lawmakers on both sides of the aisle, and Democrats are taking steps to act without Republicans. News Nation correspondent Joe Khalil is live for us in Washington, D.C. tonight with a closer look at today's meeting. Joe.
Yeah, the Republicans that came out of the White House today said they were optimistic. They said it was a productive meeting. Now, there's certainly a lot of hurdles to getting a bipartisan deal between them and the White House, but they said it was a good start that President Biden invited them to discuss it.
I wouldn't say that we came together on a package tonight. No one expected that in a 2-hour meeting. But what we did agree to do is to follow up and talk further at the staff level and amongst ourselves and with the president and vice president.
Now, while the meeting was cordial at the White House, over on Capitol Hill, Democrats are moving forward without Republicans. We know today House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer put a measure on the floor that would essentially allow them to move President Biden's plan forward without any Republican support at all. And the reality here is that there is still a lot of distance between Republicans and between the White House in terms of their top line numbers. The Republican plan has a significantly smaller price tag to it, $618 billion compared to the Biden plan, which totals $1.9 trillion. Now, here's a comparison of some highlights from the two plans. The GOP plan has $1,000 direct payments compared to the White House's $1,400, and those checks would only go to Americans making $50,000 or less. The GOP plan has a $300 weekly unemployment compared to a $400 weekly unemployment at the White House. Now, both plans actually spend the same amount on vaccine and testing, $70 billion. And one of the largest gaps is the $20 billion that the Republican plan puts forward for K through 12 schools compared to $170 billion in the Biden plan. Now, despite all those differences, White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki today said that President Biden still believes that he can move forward with his original plan and get bipartisan support for it.
The president has been clear since long before he came into office that he's open to engaging with both Democrats and Republicans in Congress about their ideas. And this is an example of doing exactly that. What this meeting is not is a forum for the president to make or accept an offer.
And Psaki says President Biden's ultimate view on this issue hasn't changed. He thinks that the risk of doing too little far outweighs the risk of doing too much. Reporting live tonight in Washington, D.C., Joe Khalil, News Nation.